Guns, Silver, and Knives back with you. Got a little bit longer content video going this morning on my knife box selection for carrying my collection of knives. Part of it, I've got a couple of safes with buck knives in them, but I gotta speak over my blaring air conditioner because I'm getting kind of toasty out in the desert. The loose knives that I keep in my box that don't have their own knife factory box, I keep in plastic bags and I store them in the shelves, and I'm running out of room. But that's typical for all us knife nuts. And I notice a lot of the Knife Channel guys have really beautiful, elaborate show boxes, especially for the case. Baron Sun, the USA made premium knives. They have really good show and tell platforms for those knives. I just have a plastic toolbox that I put stickers on. My favorite channel, Barlow Brigade, is on there. Big Jim made me this custom, that's a Sodbuster Junior. Put a half stop in it and drop pointed the blade on it. It's a cool knife, great EDC. The other ones are a case locked back from the late 1970s, and I've got a 2017 case Stockman that is beautiful. This is well above par in terms of the quality coming out of case knives. The other three I've got is what was this? This was a membership knife from the NRA that I had. It's been about 20 years. More than that. I was using this when I had my welding business. This is a Rough Rider Stockman, large Stockman. It is. That's a great knife, budget knife, but actually extremely well built Chinese made knife. Same with the Rough Rider lockback, single blade lockback. They're sweet. If anything, I'm thinking Rough Rider should tone down on the embellishment. I like their product. They don't have to really do anything. I like the highlighting, the orange liner on the blue micarta handle. But I could do for them the purfling and all the finery they kind of stamp into the metalwork, the bolsters, it's over the top. Same with both the Rough Riders there. Although I like the idea of their what do they call that? The bone handles, the pick bone style on the plastic of the handles. The coloring is a little off-putting. Kind of an ill yellow to it comes out. But and again, I really wish they wouldn't stomp on the bolsters the way they do to make them look special. They don't need to look special. They are special. They make a fine quality knife. Rough Rider for a very reasonable price. Very reasonable prices. They're just a little gaudy. The other points that I want to make on the tool, I got to take a sip of my coffee here for a second. Take a second here. Sip a little coffee. Pull the first tray out. First tray's got buck knives, and I've got my overflow of Victorinox knives I have for EDC to switch out for different purposes. I don't know what I think all the spare boxes I have for any other knife I have using in my rotation is in one of these cupboards in here, or I got a box full of boxes in the in my little storage cubby above my bedding here. Top bunk I use for that. The Zippo fluid and Zippo lighter I carry in my knife box. Over inside it here, I'm carrying I got my buck knives, a lot of my fixed blade buck knives are inside here. So Odenwolf fixed blades. Odenwolf fixed blades. Buck 113. This is a buck 692. No, 192. Buck 192 Vanguard. Parker Cutlery Company boot dagger. That's about 50 years old. Another Odenwolf Mini. Another buck. 662, I think. And my Spyderco piles over here. And this is another Odenwolf, I think that's a W1. WW1's extra stickers. I'm running out of room in these boxes for all the stuff. The cool thing about them is I don't get a lot of real big jumbo knives. No machetes and stuff like that. I'm really not into collecting that stuff. And part of this is a carry. Some of them I do carry. I don't carry the Parker Cutlery dagger anymore. It's got it's got time on it, but it's retired. The Odenwolf W Mini is carried often, and I showed a little bit about that when I posted my camping trip in this last month video series. How you store and segregate your collection is an interesting process. I don't have enough case knives to really have my own case box, and likewise I don't really have enough of the small buck knives to make much of a matter, although I would like them. There's a couple of models that I want to get. I want the 307 Wrangler. I want there's a couple of handle color variations on the 301s, medium-sized Stockman, USA made buck Stockman. There's a 303, and there's actually two more cup colors. There's a blue and a white buck cup that I've been hunting down the last year or so. They had them for an offer. You didn't get a chance to ask for the color, but they'd send either a red, white, or blue cup to you when you bought $100 worth of buck products during the 4th of July season. That was kind of cool. But as it is, I've got my also in here, I've got the 726, and one of these boxes got the Buck 726 Spitfire in it, and this one's got I have the Buck 722 Spitfire I've been using for the month-long challenge in my EDC pouch. This is a Victorinox Spartan model. It's got the corkscrew. Oh, quite cool. Like I said, do another shout out. Oh, I got to show you that Brother Big Jim's gift. He gifted me this case Sodbuster Jr. She's got the pronounced nice half stop, absolutely great snap, and great retention. Big Jim's a master knifesmith. I admire his skill set. He and there's another guy, Second Chance George. They restore and rebuild knives. It's an art form. So Big Jim, thank you again for this. It's an absolutely sweet addition to my collection of case knives. All right. Next one, I think I'm going to smoke a cigar outside and show knife collection if the temperature cools down a little bit. All right, God bless all you knife nuts. Praise Jesus. Take care.